Are you interested in going to work in your PJs? Probably not. How about working from home in your PJs? Does that sound good? Busy lives, doctor's appointments, picking up the kids from different events, deployments in the middle of the night. How can one work diligently without going insane or spending quality time with their cats? As a person who telecommutes from home, I'm going to tell you about telecommuting and working from home effectively. I'll help you gain an understanding about receiving approval, a step-by-step guide how VPN works, a tool that you need to telecommute with, and some do's and don'ts about telecommuting. So first I'm going to start with a personal anecdote about my telecommuting experience. When I first heard that at my organization I did have the option to telecommute or work from home, I was a little bit hesitant. I was just getting to know people, and I didn't want to seem like I was hiding away, as I could be an introvert from time to time. However, in the open office environment, sometimes it was very hard to get some of my organization and writing work done because there were people all around communicating and, sounds. And sometimes you would hear a snippet of conversation and jump in and say, oh, I can help. And sometimes that work became difficult for me to accomplish. In addition, I would get up early every other Tuesday to help with a deploy. And after doing the deploy, getting ready, and then rushing to go into work, I sometimes would feel rushed and stressed. So after a while, I approached my manager to see if maybe every other week I could work a day from home, particularly on my deployment days. This has helped me immensely with my stress and anxiety on Tuesdays around the deploy. In addition, it allows me, with less stress, be able to tackle my graduate school work in a much more relaxed environment. So if I do have graduate classes at night, I can, have some flexible work at home time to complete my work if I need to rush to the university for any reason. So that is my little anecdote. Now I'm going to explain the best way to kind of approach this approval process. You shouldn't go straight away and say, I'm going to work from home, bye, to your manager. You need to approach them and see if that's even an option at your work. You need an approval process and making sure you have the right technology and permits to even work at home. You need to make sure if you have a computer, is it portable? Can you bring it home to work on your work? Is that even allowed? You should check with your department and manager to make sure if you even have the tools necessary to work at home. And you have to provide usually a justification of why you need to work from home today. I usually use the justification of early hours plus I need to get some heads down work or, really work that I need to concentrate a lot on in order to accomplish. And I feel like I could do that in a quicker amount of time if I do it from home. And just make sure you get approval. Just don't go say, I'm going to work from home. Here I go. This is how it's going to be. Approval is very necessary to make sure you do not abuse the process. Sound good? Okay. Now, how do you work from home? There's some technologies which are great that allow this to be possible. The one in particular I'm going to talk about is VPN. VPN stands for Virtual Private Network, which basically creates a tunnel through your internet connection, and it's protected and allows you to use your internet connection to go into your work's network, or where all your applications, your files, your drives, everything you need at work, use that in order to access your items. Or in this case, I need special applications that are only available on my network and only work on my network and access. So that's where I use VPN. I'm going to show you a little step-by-step, and this is I really wanted to use my work laptop and show you this how it was done on there. However, my security friends over at my organization would probably have a cow. So I am going to demonstrate with good old-fashioned marker and paper step-by-step instructions. So bear with me. VPN sometimes requires what we call two-factor authentication. Authentication is normally when you enter in your ID and your password, and that's authentication. When you VPN in, you do that twice. So you put in your work ID, whatever your organization provides, your password, hit VPN. There you go. We put in our stuff. We're ready to rock. Now, normally, if you do have VPN access on your work computer, you usually have another application that's a special Defender token. This token is generated by putting another password, which is different from your work password, to create a token. And this token, make sure you are the person on the computer because it's asking for two different passwords at this certain instance. So you put in your passphrase. And then you get a unique code that you need to put in your work sign-in to VPN in. So you generate your unique code. You put it in here, and then you're in your network. So it requires a little bit of memorization of these steps. However, it is a pretty simple process. You following me? Great. Okay, now I'm going to go over some do's and don'ts with working from home and telecommuting. It can be a really, really nice process. However, you do not want to abuse it. So, some do's and don'ts. So, any guesses on how do you make telecommunicating work for you? Do you have any guesses? Here are mine. Do work that is appropriate. You want to do work at home that's heads down, minimal collaboration. This is work that's for you and your benefit only. Do communicate your work at home plans and have contact numbers for people to reach you. Don't just say, I'm going to work from home, not tell anybody. Make sure you communicate effectively to your team and manager so they know, where's Lauren today? I hope she wasn't in a car wreck. It's courtesy. Do utilize communications beyond email. Don't be afraid to pick up the phone if you need to get a hold of someone. Don't be afraid to use Link. Use it. And do designate a special workspace in your home. Don't try to lay on the couch. Have a nice desk or, set up your kitchen table so you are ready to work from home effectively. Don't abuse telecommuting. Use appropriately. Don't overuse. Don't try to hide at home if there's a work disagreement. Use it to your benefit and not to hide from things. Don't multitask. Don't try to get a head start on dinner. A little laundry's fine, but don't try to do too many things at once. Don't overwork. I find myself at the office, I'll put in 8 or 9 hours, I'm good to go. However, when I work from home, sometimes I find myself working 12, 13 hours straight just because I'm in the comfort of my own home. And most importantly, don't give out your passwords. Your passwords are very sacred when working from home because of that VPN access, and make sure you do not have those lying around. Make sure they're in a safe password protected password safe on your computer or an application. Do you have any more suggestions from your experiences? If you have, please let me know and I'll add them to this training. So now you've heard my reasoning for telecommuting or working from home. It allows for a really nice balance of personal and work life without getting too hectic, and allows you to think about your well-being. So I share a little bit about my personal story, about telecommuting, and how to attempt to VPN with the technology that you have, and some do's and don'ts. I hope this was very informative for you, and I encourage you to reach out to your managers and to think about telecommuting or working from home as an option in your busy lives today. Thanks. Have a good one.